Hello everyone, I'm Landon and Today we're doing something really special. We're gonna do web app battles. So it's gonna be me against my brother this time. So basically what web apps battles is, these are the rules. We have a specified amount of time to build a web app. Today it's gonna be a to-do app, and we're gonna have 1 hour to build that app. We can use whatever technologies that we want to build it in, and then we're going to compare and contrast, and then we're going to let the comments decide who wins. And then in the next video, we're going to say who won. And then also stealing a full project from GitHub is banned, because that would be not fun. We have to start from scratch. Okay?
I am going to be doing a challenge with my brother as to who can make the best to-do app. I think he's using React, and I'm going to be using the Django.
Yeah, we have a timer up here, and the timer will start right now. Okay, so I was thinking for this web app, I was going to be using React.
So I've got my Visual Studio Code open, and I'm going to start the timer, and I have 1 hour to make it. And I'm a complete beginner, so I'm going to be using the help of this thing right here called ChatGPT, and it should help me out quite a bit just to help guide me through the process. And so here we go. Let's start the timer. Let's go. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask ChatGPT, how do I start a Django project? So let's see what it got for me.
I also got my space ready for Visual Studio Code. And to start off, I need to open up the terminal and start building. So first thing I want to do is get a React app going. So I can look up how to do that in Google. So I'm gonna look up Vite React app and see what the command is for that. All right, so we want. I I also kind of want to use TypeScript just because why not? Might as well use TypeScript. Oh, actually, look at that. It set it up for me. Now I want to use my environment. Here we go. npm create vite at latest. All right. I could also use pnpm. I'm just gonna use npm because pnpm has some bugs yet, so I'm gonna stick with npm. And let's paste that in here and get started. All right. Yes. Project name. I'm going to do to do app front end. All right, we're going to be using React, and I'm going to use TypeScript. SWC, is that like testing stuff? I'm not really sure. I'm just going to use TypeScript. All right, so cd to do app front end, npm I, and then I can run it with npm run dev.
I used React because I have a lot of experience with React. I've been using React for like 4 years now.
So I do know a few things. I've done this before. So this code is how we start our project. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in a virtual environment, and then I'm going to run this command here. So I'm going to go Control J, Control J, open up the terminal, and I have to get into my documents, and then I've got a virtual environment folder in here, which I know I can run with, I think it's Python, or shoot, how do you command for getting to a virtual environment with dot .venv. So right here, see if this works. Or no, I think it's this one actually. Okay, yeah, perfect. Now I'm in my virtual environment, and now I can create my project because I already have Django installed in this virtual environment. So I should be able to run this command, and we're gonna name it to do app. So to do just like that. All right. So now I have to cd into to do. All right, and we're going to open that up in here. Open folder, go to my documents, grab my to do. Where's to do? Here it is. Okay, and this is our starting files for Django.
So I made a to-do app using the Django, and I connected it to a MySQL database because I didn't want to use the default database, SQL Lite. So even though it was kind of a pain, I just decided I was going to incorporate a real database technology into my app, and it actually worked. Although it did take some time and quite a bit of frustration, but with ChatGPT's help, anything is possible. Yeah.
All right, and then I can do npm run dev. Should start up. There we go. We'll post. And here's our beautiful app starting out. All right, so now let's create this to-do app. Let's get rid of a bunch of this boilerplate because I don't need it. I'm not sure why that's not. Can I just like reload it? Reload window. Maybe that will help. But yeah, let's just get rid of a bunch of this stuff and start fresh. There we go. App. I guess we will need a little bit of CSS, but for the most part, I can get rid of this stuff too. Get rid of index.css. All right. Except I do want to make sure that margin is 0 and padding is 0. I also am using GitHub Copilot, and you are allowed to use AI tools if you would like. App. Why is it not? Okay. Now let's try returning some stuff. We need a to-do app, so that involves an input. The input of type text, and then we're going to have an on change equals e, and then this is going to set our set to do e dot target dot value. All right, and inside the function we have our const to do set to do string. Awesome. GitHub Copilot figured that one out for me. That's cool. I can wrap this in a form, and I can say on submits. I have to save to do, and I can make that a separate function. I should also put that in pass in the event. All right. I am also using TypeScript, so um, here it shows what E is. It's React.form element, and I also need the e.prevent default, so that's awesome, cool, because I don't want it to refresh after I save. Okay, so now inside this input, I need to list my to-dos. So I can do map. I can map out my to-dos. So to-dos, actually I have my to-do and then I need my to-dos. So const to-dos and set to-dos equals use state. And then we're going to do to-dos dot map each to-do.
So I decided to use React. It's very similar to Svelte and some other front-end frameworks out there. I used GitHub Copilot. I paid $100 for that for the full year, and it actually came in came in handy when I needed it too.
What just happened to my terminal? Okay. So now what I want to do is I need to add an app folder as well. So I think you have to run Python manage.py, and then it's start app, and we'll just name it to do app. Nope, never mind. Okay. Uh, how do you start the app within? How do you start an app within a Django project? Okay, is that not what I just typed? I feel like that's what I typed. Okay, let's see if it works again. Except we want to name it to do app. Okay. Oh, I don't have Django. Wait, I'm not in my oh, I'm not in my virtual environment anymore. I have to get in my virtual environment. I wonder why it took me out. So I need to run that .venv slash scripts slash activate. Okay, now I'm back into it. Now I should be able to run this. Oh, first I want to cd into to do. Okay, now I should run it. Okay, perfect. Now, yeah, to do app. Okay, so here we've got the main project to do, and then we've got to do app right here.
Django. Well, I use ChatGPT. I mean, what else am I gonna do? I'm a beginner, okay? I have lots of questions.
So now what we want to do is we want to tell ChatGPT that we are going to be building a to-do app. All right. We are going to be building a to-do app in Django. And I want your help. What are the next steps? And it's really fast because I'm paying for the subscription to ChatGPT. So first we need to make our models. Okay, so here it's giving me an example model. I might as well just use this because why not?
I need to specify that this is a um, to do, and then our to do is going to have a title and stuff. So interface to do, yes. And then we need a title. We need a not a description, but a done, which is a Boolean. And is that it? I think that's it. Maybe an ID, ID, which is a number. Sure. All right, save that. All right, so we have our to-dos, and we show the title. If we click on it, I can make this into a button, or just like add the done portion somewhere else. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I'm 7 minutes in. Okay. All right, set to dos, save to do, console log to do. Let's actually save this guy. So I need to do set to dos. That actually looks pretty good. Oh, yeah, date would be good on there. Oh, I like how they put the ID of date.now. Um, I could add a date, date created. Yeah, date created, and then date completed, date completed. The ID, it could be date.now, sure, why not? I need to add date created, new date, and date completed. A this has to be a optional. Optional. There we go. Question mark one. There we go. And then I'll just do undefined. Undefined. All right. So now we're passing in our to-dos as we set them. I could also do like a previous function, but I think this will be fine. Oh yeah, I have a spell checker. That's a little annoying. All right, let's see here. So we show the title. I kind of want to wrap this in a bigger div. And then inside of here, I can do a button for complete or, yeah, complete. And then on click equals, we take this to do. So t.id, let's actually make this into a function. And let's pass it into complete to do with this ID, t.id. Right, so up here, we can create that, complete to do. What's happening? Yes. Okay. So complete to do. Oh yeah, look at that. GitHub Copilot is a top G. All right, so if that ID equals the ID, then we want to set done to true and date completed to the new date. Yes, to which is now. Yeah, that looks about right. And then we set the to-dos to that. Okay, cool. That helps. That's pretty awesome. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what we have. Because we should have something, right? Save, refresh. Oh yeah, I need to I A. There we go. And then when we complete, I guess it submits it again. Oh gosh. Oh no.
And I know where to put that. I have to put that in my models file right here. All right. So it looks like it's got a title, description, whether it's completed or not. It's got a due date and it's got a created at time. Okay, so that's kind of nice. Now we can make the migrations for it. So might as well do that. Make migrations and migrate. So there our database is set up. It automatically goes to SQL Lite, but I can change that to be a different database, which I think I should probably change it into SQL instead. So can we let's see here. For step 2, how do I do that? Okay, and let's see what it comes up with. Okay, yes. Yep. Okay, so I have my MySQL terminal right here. Okay. Create database to do. Oh, okay, great. So I use to do. Okay, so I've just made a database called to do, and we're going to use that by first we need to make sure that MySQL client is installed. So that's what we're going to do. We're in a virtual environment, so it's completely fine to do this. Make sure it's installed, which it might already be. So we'll check. Yep. Okay, it's already installed. So now what we want to do is we want to go to our settings file and our databases. Databases. Okay, so we're going to be changing this file right here, or this bit right here, and we're going to be adding this instead. Add this instead. So the name of my database, I just created that. So that's going to be to do like that. My username. Gosh, I can't remember. Okay, yeah. This is what I want to use. I want to use admin and password employee. So that way you guys don't know my the other stuff. My root password. So that's what I want to use. Put that right here. Okay, there we go. Save that. So now that should connect to our database, to the to-do MySQL database, and we can see if our migrations work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run those make migrations migrate commands again, and it looks like it is working. Okay, so perfect. So now we should have a um, so how do I check tables in a database in MySQL?
But let's add a little bit of styling on this. I would rather use Tailwind instead of CSS, just because it's so nice. How long would it take me to add Tailwind to this? Add Tailwind to React. To a Vite project. Again, what? Just add npm I Tailwind, right? Let's try it. Padding of 10, or padding of, I don't know, 5, 4. Save that. Is that going to show up? Let's see here. Refresh. No, it's not. Darn it. What did I do wrong? But the styling is not working. Why is the styling not working? Oh, shoot. The content is a little different, isn't it? Okay. Why is it not doing Tailwind? Come on. Seriously. Oh, and I might have actually not installed it too. Mm. Yeah, my files. I have a node modules folder out here. I need to get rid of that. Hopefully it doesn't take forever. Gosh darn it. Okay, cool. That's why I didn't actually install it. I can see, there it is. Okay, cool. It's finally working. Oh, yes, finally. Okay.
SQL. How do you check tables in a database in SQL? Show tables. So let's see here. Show tables. And it looks like, oh, you know what I didn't do? I have to add, I have to add uh, to do my app to my installed apps right here. So I have to add to do here. So that way it uses my newly created to do app within my project. And now let's make the migrations. Okay, and now let's see if this works. Okay, no, there's still the same tables in here. Oh wait, it's to do app. Gosh dang it, what am I doing? To do app. Okay. Now let's do it. Okay, there, it said created model to do item. So now it should work. Now it should be here. Okay, and you can see to do apps underscore to do item. So that's the name of my table. Now I need to complete step 3. Let's see what he tells me. Okay. So, okay, great. Now you have a to-do item. Okay, open the views.py, import the necessary, define a view function to display the list of to-do items. Okay, so let's do this. So we got to go to my views here, and we'll add this stuff. And now, so retrieves all to-do items from the database, modifies. Okay, now we have to create an HTML template for the to-do list. So inside your apps directory, create a templates folder, and then create an HTML file called to-do-list.html. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to create a folder in here called templates. This is pretty common. Templates. Okay. This is a pretty common pattern. And now that here. All right. And now I have configure your URLs for the app. So yes, so I have to add a urls.py file, which I don't have yet. So I have to make a urls.py file here. Now we add this stuff. Right here. This is what I have to add. It's from the Django.urls. That's what I was missing. So here we go. There, now that goes away. Now I need to test it. Should see list of to-do items. Yeah, but I don't have anything inserted. So it should work. Let's just, I need to create the form for entering the to-do items to the database. Okay, man, isn't this technology just amazing? Okay. To copy this, put that in there. Copy this. So what this does is it creates a form based on what it needs to add into my to-do item model, which I've got that model right here, which is to-do item. So views, let's import the form as well. So now we've got the model and the form in the view. And now we need to modify the to-do list view to handle the form. So this is the modified view. So right here, we're just gonna that. And now we've got update the to-do list HTML. So let's do that right here. Okay, let's see if something actually shows up. So we're gonna run server, and now we want to go to that link right here. Let's see if that works. Okay, so it's saying URL is not, okay, you know what I forgot to do? I have to include that in this. So I have to import path and include. Okay. And now what I have to do is I have to add this path. So path gonna be just a regular empty, and then include, and we include our URLs from our To Do app. So, or no, let's do just, can I just do import To Do app? Okay. Cannot import name To Do item form To Do item. Okay, so we'll just use that, and hopefully that works. Oh, is it? Oh, it's literally because I didn't have it saved. Wow, that's really dumb. It's because I didn't have my forms. Sorry to whoever out there saw that, and I was just putting you through pain that whole time.
Oh yeah, I forgot to save my form, and that wasted like 5 minutes of my time. I forgot to save a file. Okay, so make sure you save all your files.
Margin auto. Oh, it should have centered it. Oh, that's why. I need a width of 50%. Width of a half. There we go. Okay. Except I gotta get rid of that bug. Darn, gosh darn it. Oh, is it because it's in the form? And then I'd have to make a div here, alt down. There we go. That's better. Thank God. Oh, because I haven't set the value of it. That's why. Value equals. Actually, I should probably be using refs here too. But yeah, screw it. This is the first way I learned how to do this, so I'll just leave it as is. Save that. Okay. And then it, yeah, removes it. There we go. Okay, so now I need to figure out how to save this to local storage, and maybe I could make that its own button, although I would rather just have it save automatically to local storage. I have 20 minutes to do that, I guess.
So let's see. Oh, it looks like it did open up the development server, so let's check. Oh, look at that, it's working. Okay, so title. 15. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that, and it shows up. Perfect. See, I don't want to actually write my own code. That would be too much work. Okay.
I could maybe do that with use state. Use state, or not use state, I mean use effect. Okay, there's 2 items in there. Remove. There's 1 item. Submit. And if I refresh, then it's empty. And that's probably because I removed them in that other one. Shoot. I want this to grab from local storage directly. Local storage dot get item. To do's. Or yeah. Does that work? Yes. Submit. If I refresh, I'm refreshing and it's not changing. And that works too. If it's empty, I should probably disable the submit button. So yeah, let's do that. So if it's empty, go down to my button. Disabled equals to do empty. Yeah, cool. So that is disabled, but I don't have my disabled stuff. So like if it's disabled, I need to change it to a gray. I can maybe change it from toggle to done and not done. That would maybe be a bit better.
Okay, so here we have mark completed and delete. So mark completed. Okay, nothing happens. Oh, something weird. Then delete. The redirect is not defined. Isn't AI so smart? Okay, so now let's see if that works. Refresh this. Okay, delete. Okay, mark completed. Oh, sick. Okay. Actually, let's do CSS first. So now it should be different. Okay, great. This title, description, due date, add it, and then it's here. So what we want is we want to do app up here and to do list right here. Okay, I think I'm done. That's it. That's all I'm doing. All right. Hopefully it was good. Hopefully I win. Okay, I don't know what my brother's looks like, but mine is pretty decent, I guess. I should stop the clock. Okay, and I completed it in an hour and 6 minutes. So I know I went over by a little bit, but hopefully it's not that big of a deal. And here, let's see, make sure it works. Writer description, due date. Due date, the date has to be valid date. So just like two numbers, and four numbers, I guess. And there, it creates it, it adds it to the to-do list. Here we can edit. Oh man, my edit page looks kind of dumb, but whatever. Okay. And then usually the edit page is a little different, but I wish it would have kept the same styling. And then we can also delete, and it removes it from the list. Oh wait, what happened to my complete? Okay, well, whatever. I'm done. But if I had more time, I would make sure I've got my complete to do as well. Um, but yeah, I did the major CRUD operations, which is um, create. You create it and then you read it. You can read it here, and then you can edit or update, and then delete as well. So did the major operations. I wish I would have had my make complete button here, but yeah, that's it for me.
All right. So this is uh, my to-do app. As you can see, very cool. Uh, we can say stuff like um, go outside, take a walk, um, do laundry, and then we can say if they're done. So I got this done, got this done, got this done. And once I'm satisfied with saying that I did them, I can remove them. And it also saves. So take out trash. If I done, and then let's say I exit out of here and I go back to localhost 5100, then it's still here. Look at that. How wonderful is that? That's awesome.
I think I did really well against my brother, obviously because I have uh, quite a few more years of experience, and actually went to college for computer science for a couple years. Um, so I think I did well. I think I'm able to explain my code probably better than he will be able to. But we'll see about that. I know he has GPT-4 that can help him out a lot. But although I know that he didn't use that, so he just wanted the speed.
So my competitor is my brother, and he's a freaking god at code. So I probably did worse. Not gonna lie. Probably just a little bit. But we did use two different technologies, and I don't think he used ChatGPT. So, advantage me, because I have AI on my side. Well, now my brother's informing me that he used Copilot, but ChatGPT is better than Copilot. Copilot's dog water. So, even though I think that they run on the same technology, the to-do app. So I thought it was a good app to build because every beginner needs to know how to make a to-do app. You get all the major operations in there, you know, like create, read, update, and delete. Yeah, and so yeah, I just let ChatGPT do it for me, and I just copied that. Anyways, I was fairly happy with how my project turned out. I think it'll stack up pretty decently against my brother.
The first challenge I came across was when I tried to install Tailwind CSS. I accidentally installed it in the wrong folder, so then I had to like delete the node modules folder out of my outer project and then reinstall it into my actual React project, and then I also had to like configure it with Tailwind config, and that I wasted like 10 minutes on that. So definitely could have been more efficient.
The challenges that I came across was first of all just getting getting my app running and because in Django you have to be in a virtual environment. Another challenge I was running across is that my style sheet was just weird. Like I don't know, but I guess I just do whatever the AI tells me to do. You know, it's like my boss. And I didn't really understand why I was putting like some of those things in the settings that it wanted me to, but it ended up working, which is crazy.
Yeah, my thought process with time management was, okay, I only have an hour, so I don't think I have time to create a database with users in it, because the reason why I would need users if I was using a database is because if there's two or more people on the same web app, they're going to be interacting with the same to-do list unless they're split up by users. So that's the reason why I didn't go that route, because I would have had to have users before it was actually like a complete product. So instead what I did was I used local storage, and since local storage is based on what browser the person is using, then it will be split up by user automatically.
Yeah, so we only had an hour, which is kind of rough. And a lot of times it takes ChatGPT a little bit to write the code, and that's why I decided to use ChatGPT 3.5 instead of 4, because 4 is slower. And but 3.5 is not quite as smart, so I had to kind of pick up the pieces with 3.5. And I was just panicking anytime I came across a bug. I'm like, man, this better not take the whole time. It's a good thing to have for a beginner portfolio, but I mean, it's not good to keep on your portfolio if it's not good, you know. If it's just a real basic one, I wouldn't put it on there, but now I got some features I got to add to it to make it better before I add it to my portfolio.